Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time of the day you are listening to this, and welcome to another episode of the Volatile Times with Daniel podcast. Oh la la, and if this is your first time here, you are in for a treat today. Oh my God. And I am so grateful. I am so thankful for all the feedback and reviews and nice things people have been saying. Oh my God. Sometimes I just sit on my bed, read reviews, listen to voice notes or voice messages that people send to me, and I just blush throughout the night like, what? Am I the one getting this what? Oh my God, sometimes I won't lie, but you know what, don't let me say anything, but just thank you so very much to every single person. And because I'm giving a couple of episodes out to you guys, this episode is majorly requested by Chrisa of the Growth with Chris podcast. So it's basically a follow-up of the last episode. I'm going to be talking about habits, practical steps to creating habits while focusing on being aware and having a growth mindset. So stay tuned, because this one I finna blow your mind. This one I finna hype you. This one I finna be a treat. And I don't know what I'm saying, so let me just stop now. Yes, it is. You take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, as we find the reasons why, one step at a time. Okay, so how to create new habits. For those of you that listened to the last episode, and if you are listening to this without listening to the last episode, trust me, you want to listen to the last episode. I usually don't tell people to listen to my last episode, but trust me, you want to listen to that last episode before you go on with this one, because the last episode sets the proper mindset for what I'm going to say today to help you. So it will be dishonest of me to not tell you to go back to the last episode, and it will be very, very unhelpful to you to not listen to the last episode before this one. If you've forgotten what I talked about, go back and listen to it. But with all of that said, let's go. Number one, pick something small. Most of the time when we talk about creating new habits, when we talk about creating new routines, we are usually talking about, take for instance, I'm a fat person, yeah? And I know some people don't like, using the term fat, but it's my choice. I'm a fat person and I started working out recently. Now, for most people, when they talk about working out, they talk about immediately jumping into the gym, working out for hours, running on a treadmill for 30 minutes. I am doing none of that. I cannot come and keep myself. Yeah? So, I decided I'll pick something small. I downloaded an app. I chose the beginner part, and I work out for almost 30 minutes every day. Now, the workout itself is not what takes up to 30 minutes. It's the extra breaks I take in between that takes up to 30 minutes. But I've been doing that. I've missed 1 or 2 days now. Today I still haven't worked out, and I plan on doing that immediately after I record this episode. Hopefully I do. But I am doing it. And it's a small thing. And every single time my mind is telling me, come on now, this now, that now, I come up with a counter that says it's only something small. It's not only something small. It doesn't take that much of time. You understand? You don't have to move too much. You don't get to sweat too much. So you need to work with your subconscious on growing new habits, on developing new habits. You need to work with your subconscious, because if you take your subconscious as the enemy, you are going to be stuck in a loop of heated combats that is gonna do nothing. So you want to make it something small, something that you are most likely to keep, because it will be like a promise to you. And it gives you more leeway to grow your subconscious. Remember in the last episode, I said the subconscious is not fluid. The subconscious is not prone to change as you are consciously. So you need to teach it how to bend. You need to teach it how to grow, and you cannot do that by fighting it. You can only do that by working with it. Gentle coercion, gentle convincing, you understand? So pick something small. Number 2, set an intention. Set an intention, and this basically means you need to be constantly conscious of the change you want to enact. Remember, it's something small, so you're constantly conscious of that something small. Then you put up reminders. You remind yourself in the morning. If it is about waking up early in the morning, before you go to bed in the night, you remind yourself that you want to wake up at a particular time in the morning. You set an alarm, 2 alarms, 3 alarms to make sure that you wake up around that time. It helps you to be conscious of it and constantly aware of it, which is something you want to practice. Constant awareness. Now, when you set an intention, you set up a front of awareness, and this is how you maintain that awareness. Constant reminders. Constant reminders. In fact, sometimes when I don't work out now, my subconscious tells me that I haven't worked out today, even though when I'm about to start the workout, it will tell me again, do you really need to work out? So you need to set up a front of awareness. You need to set up a front of awareness, and you cannot do that without setting an intention. You cannot do that without, putting up reminders. And you cannot do that also without doing one last thing. Know your why. Determine your why. For those of you who are content creators listening to this is something that you've come across a lot of times. Determine your why. Now, most people used to take the why to be something very, very life-changing, which I think is disastrous for somebody who is just coming into something. Your why doesn't necessarily need to be all defined. It doesn't necessarily need to be so explainable. It simply just needs to be something you understand and something that can push you, even if it is just half a step. Many times when we are thinking of a why, we are thinking of something so grand, something that when we tell people will be like, oh my God. But no, you are creating a new habit first and foremost because you need to stray away from the routines and the instincts that you just, do without any thought. But you get what I mean? So that is the reason why you are trying to build a new habit. And it will not make sense to make other people the reason for that habit. I know. I tried it. It did not work for me. And I realized the reason why it wasn't working for me is because I kept looking to others to validate that why. And they didn't even know that they were supposed to be validating the why. So you might want to be very, very aware of that. Set an intention, set up a front of awareness. Step number 3, do it no matter what. Now, doing it no matter what can become very, very aggressive because it means sometimes when you are sick and you cannot even stand up from bed, do it. No. But you are going to have to inconvenience yourself a little bit. Take for instance, this is basically night time. I've had a stressful day today. I'm tired. Like my friend will say, the problems are sufficient enough for the day. Shout out to NT of the Dear Young Person podcast. But here's the truth of it all. I recognize that I have to do this thing. Now, I might not do it completely. I might not do the entire routine. I might even, act like as if my finger mistakenly pressed to a side on the screen to skip a particular workout routine, yeah? But I am still going to work out today. Even if it is just 5 minutes. That is such a small time compared to the 20 to 30 minutes I spend. But I did it today. So you have to do it. Sometimes doing it isn't about doing it perfectly. Doing it is simply about doing it. Keep your promise to yourself. This way, you recognize your ability to do that thing, even under pressure and even in multiple circumstances. Remember, it's a small thing. Do you understand? It's a small thing. So tell yourself it's a small thing. You can afford to do this. It's a small thing. You can afford to do this. And this might sound like some sort of self-help, which it technically is, but at the same time, this is, just a process. There is no almighty way to do this thing. But this is a simple process that anybody can enact. Anybody can follow through with. Fourth thing, and I think this is the last and most important step. Fourth thing is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is so empowering. Acknowledgement is so not to be cliche-ish, but it gives you strength. And here's the reason why. When you acknowledge that you did that thing, there is a rush, a sort of pride you have in yourself. You understand? And that pride, you need that pride. You need that confidence. You need that pat on the back. So celebrate yourself when you do that thing. Celebrate yourself. Now, when you're celebrating yourself, something else wants to creep in, and we call that criticism. We call that our self-critic. We call that the most judgmental part of us. It's going to make you want to start focusing on how well you didn't do the thing, which is not what you need. Sincerely, it is not what you need. And I think the reason for this is because of our false sense of humility. We always feel like to be humble, we need to dumb down what we have done. And I strongly believe that is a very big false sense of humility. According to a quote by C.S. Lewis, he said, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. In other words, don't minimize your accomplishments. Don't minimize your ability. Don't minimize what you have. Don't minimize your potential, all in the name of being humble. That is not humility. That is not. Recognize all those things, but don't let them inflate your ego. It's simple. It's that simple. So do not minimize the fact that you worked out. Do not minimize the fact that you woke up earlier than the normal time you wake up. So like I was saying, don't minimize, you understand? Don't dwell on effect. Now for habits, usually you want to practice that thing for up to 30 days, right? So that it will establish itself in your subconscious. But here's the thing. Our critical self and our very, very much aware self always wants to look at the immediate effect of something. And here's what I have to say to that. Dear young person, dear human being, calm down. Calm the hell down. Stop getting your pants in a bunch. Calm the hell down. And the reason why I say calm down is because, not be everything be fast food. Building a habit is not fast food. In fact, fast food itself takes time to make. Have you ever tried to make a burger? It takes time. Have you ever tried to make a fried chicken? Like all those breaded fried chickens? It takes time. Have you ever tried to make potato chips? It takes time. All these things take time. Nothing is fast. They all take time. They all have their process. So your habit is the same thing. Give it time. Give it time. I'm working out now. It's been up to 5, maybe 6 days. I'm now about to start looking inside the mirror and check my style, check my yansh, whether it's more solid, check my arm, whether, if I raise it up like this, I will see Ishon. It's a lie. That is setting up yourself for disappointment and failure. No, do not try to figure out what the immediate effect has been. Even if there is an immediate effect, don't try to figure it out now, because that is not where you need to focus yourself in. And lastly, in practicing acknowledgement, notice changes over time. Now, you might feel like this contradicts exactly what I said before. No. Remember, the key word here is over time, not now. It's about having a growth mindset or growth mindset. And what exactly is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is basically a not yet mindset. It's basically saying, oh, I haven't gotten this thing yet. Oh, I haven't reached this goal yet. When you add yet to that, it means you will reach it, just not now. You will get it, just not now. So having a not yet mindset is totally, oh my God, it's so great. I remember listening to somebody, a TED talk, I think, I can't even remember, but she talked about how, they taught kids at a high school, basically the growth mindset and, help them build their mind. And they took a survey, kids they taught and kids they didn't teach. And the difference was maddening. The difference was, oh my God. They gave them problems that usually their grade would not be able to solve. And the kids who they taught the not yet mindset saw this as a challenge. You understand? They recognized that they couldn't do it now, but they also recognized that they could learn to do it. They could reach a point where they could do it. But the other kids were like, I can't do this now, it means I'm a failure. I can't do this now, it means I'm incapable. I can't do this now, it means I have no potential. And that is not what you want. So recognize that even though you are not pulling things off well now, recognize that even though you have hiccups, it's simply just not yet. That's it. Just not yet. there's a quote I posted on my Instagram. It's by Viktor Frankl, and it says, "Everything can be taken from man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." And to that, Queen Rafi of the Queen Rafi Space podcast said, "I read someone, meanings you attach to a thing will help you manage your reactions." Which is why I spoke about why before. You need to know your why. You need to establish a why for you, not for other people. You need to establish a why for you. Because when you're building a habit, you are centered on yourself, right? When that habit is built and when you get better, then you'll be a value to other people. But you can't give something you don't have yet. So when those thoughts come, when those crucifying thoughts come, what you need to tell them is, well, not yet. Daniel, see, you're not jumping high enough. Daniel, see, there's no reduction in your belly. You understand? Your hand is still jebele. Daniel, you still lose breath after 5 minutes of starting a workout. Well, not yet. Simply not yet. I will get there, but not yet. So we've come to the end of today's episode. Ali is the major content part of the end of the episode. Oh my god. Making this particular episode for me was how should I put it? It was a reminder, because I needed to hear these things. I needed to know these things again, because I am trying to build a new habit. I'm trying to make working out a habit, you understand? Being physically involved, physically active. And it's not easy if I'm like, oh my god, I have stories, but okay, but like, I hope this was helpful to every single person. And if you like the podcast, please, as always, share with your friends. Let them know about the goodies that you are inheriting from this place, you understand? Share this gospel, evangelize, share the link. Everything, talk about it on your social media. Remember, we have the hashtag the Fluid Gang as in GEND, the Fluid Gang. So always use the hashtag the Fluid Gang. And also, if you would like to support the podcast financially, with as little as 100 naira or just $1, you can do that. And how can you do that? You can simply click the link in the description or the show notes of this episode to donate or tip me on Shukran. There is a single link in the description for you to be able to do everything. Also, remember, this podcast has a newsletter. So, subscribe to the newsletter, because I will not spam you, and yet you still receive gists about maybe once in 2 weeks, because Lord knows man is too lazy to write. But what I think the newsletter will do is help us communicate better and help us get to know each other better, which I really, really want to. And most of all, please share. And I'll see y'all later.